Ed Baldwin just took matters into his own hands, and that decision could have massive consequences for everyone on Mars. In this video, I'll break down everything that happened in episode 2 and what it could mean for the rest of the season. My name is Sasha, and this is For All Mankind episode 2 breakdown. If you enjoy Apple TV breakdown, recaps, and reviews, that's exactly what I do on this channel, so consider subscribing. Now, episode 2 picks up right where things left off, with Lee Jung-gil being escorted through Happy Valley under heavy watch as the population present, including Ed and Alex Baldwin, looks on in shock. After being denied visitation, Ed takes matter into his own hands and deliberately gets himself detained by removing his ankle monitor. While in custody, Lee admits to Ed that he did fight the man he's accused of killing, but insists he didn't murder him. And for Ed, that's enough. At the same time, it's revealed that Lee's trial is set to take place in a neutral country on Earth, something that directly goes against the Mars Charter. Lee is well liked in Happy Valley, and many believes that if he's going to be tried, it should happen on Mars, not on Earth. Ed and several residents try to push Dev to intervene and stop the transfer, warning that sending Lee back could be a death sentence at the end of North Korea. But Dev refuses, claiming his influence isn't what it used to be, that Elio's influence is declining in the hands of Kurgan, and that he can't risk putting his latest project, Meru City, in jeopardy. With no support from Dev, Ed turns to the governor, trying to use his old connections with him, only to be shut down again. Despite the charter stating that residents have the right to an hearing on Mars, Lee is ruled not to be a legal resident. Also, Lee's past actions, including his role in the riots, are also used to justify the decision. So Ed makes a choice. Working with a small underground group, he begins planning to break Lee out as he will be transported to be deported back to Earth. The episode finishes with Ed Baldwin hijacking Lee's transport and flying Lee outside of Happy Valley jurisdiction to the Ison base. However, the flight to the Ison base left him in medical trouble and with an uncertain fate. Meanwhile, Miles is being blackmailed by Palmer for information in case that an uprising begins. Boyd has some doubt about Lee's guilt, and after a conversation with Lee's wife, it pushes her to investigate a different angle, leading her straight to a secret unauthorized night surface work by undocumented at Kurgan. Finally, on the scientific front, the Helios team led by Walt makes a groundbreaking discovery: proteins on Titan. This finding suggests the possibility of life. Kelly Baldwin attempts to persuade Walt to include her on a manned mission to Titan, but he declines, opting instead for a safer unmanned mission. Dev ultimately makes the decision to assign Walt command of the Titan mission, but he forces Kelly to be the pilot. We sure didn't have to wait long before things really started escalating this season. If I start with Ed, even if I did express doubt that he would actually make to the end of the season, I really don't think that this is the end for him just yet. But whatever happened next is likely going to have a ripple effect across Happy Valley. His action and how the leadership will react to them will push more and more people to openly resist on how things are being run on Mars. And that will start with Alex. It will eventually lead to a full-on rebellion. As for Lee, for now, he should be relatively safe at the Ison base. Those nations aren't exactly aligned with the M6, so they have no reason to hand him back that easily. But at the same time, it feels inevitable that the M6 will try to negotiate or even pressure their way into getting Lise back. And then there's Boyd. It's clear to me that she's onto something with the Kurgan investigation and that their use of undocumented workers could be connected to the murder. Lise's escape of custody might delay her investigation, but I really don't think that she will forget about it. In all cases, we're only at the beginning of it all, and we'll just have to wait till next week to see what comes on next. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next week for the episode 3 breakdown. Ciao.